Hello Bio, it's Mr. B, continuing on with Chapter 12. Today we're going to look at a new section and it's entitled RNA and Protein Synthesis. So we're just going to mainly talk about our new kind of nucleic acid here, RNA. We've talked about DNA before, so we're going to jump right in with RNA, and there's going to be three different types, and that's what the video today is going to talk about. So just some little background information to help us understand this all better is genes. We've had those as just being kind of what control our traits, but they are also coded DNA instructions that control the production of proteins. So our genes control how proteins are made. And genetic messages can be decoded by copying part of the nucleotide sequence from DNA into RNA. So that means that in order for us to make RNA, we need DNA. So DNA will help us make RNA in order to kind of pass along some genetic information. And RNA will contain coded information for making proteins. So the job of DNA, or one of the jobs of DNA, is to produce RNA, and then RNA's job is to produce protein. So it's DNA to RNA, and then RNA to protein. So that's pretty important. Need to know that. So now we're going to look at the structure of RNA to start. And then if you look, it looks a lot similar to the structure of DNA. It consists of a long chain of nucleotides. Again, the building blocks for DNA is what I said, and they're also the building blocks for RNA. And each nucleotide is made up of a 5-carbon sugar, a phosphate group, and a nitrogenous base. So again, that's almost identical. Actually, that is identical to the structure of RNA, just when we look at it from that point of view. However, if we break it down a little bit, we're going to actually see that there are differences within those similarities there. So if we look, there are 3 main differences between RNA and DNA. The sugar in RNA is ribose instead of deoxyribose. So DNA stands for deoxyribose nucleic acid, to whereas RNA is going to stand for ribonucleic acid. So kind of the same. They're just that less oxygen. That's what deoxy means, is there's one less oxygen in DNA than there is in RNA. And RNA is generally single-stranded, so we said DNA has a double helix. We will not see that in RNA. There's just one strand in RNA. And RNA will contains uracil in place of thymine. So remember, in DNA we had A matches up with T, so that's adenine matching up with thymine. Now in RNA we're going to have adenine matching up with uracil. So that's a big difference. I would know that for the quiz, that adenine, or that uracil is in place of thymine. And so then, since now we know the structure, we're going to look at the types. So there are 3 main types of RNA. There's messenger RNA, ribosomal RNA, and transfer RNA. So those 3 right there. We need to know that there are 3 types of RNA. So our first type, messenger RNA, or if we want to abbreviate it, mRNA, carries copies of instructions for assembling amino acids into proteins. So the main way that you can remember this is a messenger. He carries things, so it carries the different copies of instructions for assembling our amino acids into proteins. So this will kind of help us pass along information from one area of our cell to the other. So that's messenger RNA. It's going to carry a message. It's pretty simple to help you remember what the function is. The next one is ribosomal RNA, or to break it down, rRNA. And this one is really simple because it just makes up ribosomes. So ribosomes, they are made up of proteins and ribosomal RNA. Pretty simple. And then our last type is called transfer RNA, or tRNA. And during protein construction, this will transfer each amino acid to the ribosome. So this literally will carry an amino acid, which we will get into more specifics about what amino acids are in a little bit. This will literally carry those amino acids from one area to another, or it will carry it to the ribosome. So it transfers an amino acid. Function is right there in the name. So this was a short and sweet video. Let me know if you have any questions.